Yo, what's going on out there? It's your boy Mike from 424 Recording. Gonna kick things off right here for Brian's live stream show. Thanks for coming out. I'm Be Cool Cowboy, and let's rock it. No, it should be it should be done. Yo, yo, yo. The bus stop moms. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, let's roll through. I'm gonna roll through. Oh, I'm actually recording tonight on my 424, so should be good to go. All right, let's rock some tunes, shall we? This first one's called "Little Wiser." I never knew what that meant till someone told me everybody feels alone and so lonely. I don't really care. I guess that I'm over it, ready to face the day with my pants on. Shit talker, talking while a little wiser, little wiser. Shit talker, talking while a little wiser, little wiser. At night I lay and think about my parents, how they get older and older. Wish a vampire would stop by and turn me on travel time and make me a fish. Shit talker, talking while a little wiser, little wiser. Shit talker, talking while a little wiser, little wiser. Oh hey, well never mind. Oh hey, well never mind. Thank you, live stream world out there. How's everybody doing tonight? This one's called LA. You got a new tattoo, and everybody says it's so you. I've never seen that one before. Hey ho, yeah. Everybody here sings the same tune. Rose, winter, whites, and blues. We're going out to the West Coast, man. Well, okay. LA, 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 LA. You're gonna live in a Spanish house in Silver Lake, and maybe you'll let me come and visit. Hey ho, yeah. But I know better, and you know me. When I move away, I move to that desert. You guessed it, LA, 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 LA. New England breathes a breath of condensation, and I can't feel the weight of this sweater. But I know better, and you know me. When I move away, I move to that desert. You guessed it, LA, 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 LA. Woo! Thank you very much. This next one is about committing crimes with the person you love. Spend all my time thinking of crimes I would like to commit with you. Spend all my days plotting new ways to break into the vault that is your heart. Gonna get my laser gun and tie it to kill me, baby, yeah. I could be the Patrick Swayze to your Keanu. You can pick all of our targets and kick in all the doors. I could be your getaway driver. I could be your only one. I could let you hold the wheel as we drive into the sun. Yeah. As we drive, drive, drive away, yeah. As we drive, drive, drive away, yeah. As we drive away, yeah. Thank you. This next number is called Hollandaise. Hollandaise, I'm on a holiday, eating pieces of the Wonder Bread. I'm in the city, feeling shitty, smoking everything in my place. I don't really wanna say, but you give it away. I don't really wanna stay, but you made me feel great. I don't really wanna give it away. White and yellow, my favorite colors. I broke a window just to see it break. I put the pieces, so help me Jesus. I put the pieces in the Hollandaise. Don't really wanna say, but you get it. But you made me feel good, and I really wanna give it away. Only gonna run for another few minutes, so give me 1 second out there. Hope everybody's doing well. Tip your bartender. Got to give a special shout out to Matt. He actually sent this 4-track to the channel, I think about 2 years ago, and it's the only one of my 4 or 3 4-tracks that works anymore. So, Matt, thank you so much. I wouldn't be able to record this without you, my buddy. And I was going to give away one of my 4-tracks, but since half of them are broken, or more than half of them are broken, I don't think anybody wants a broken 4-track, so I'll have to figure out something else for that. Let me just reset the counter. Not that it matters. All right, Brian's going to be playing some tunes after this, and he's going to be playing his album completely through, which is going to be really exciting. I'm really pumped. This is my first live performance with Brian. I hope you're doing well out there. I'm going to check in with the chat in a little while. I got a couple more tunes, and then we're gonna do a little switch over, and maybe we'll talk for a minute, and then we'll do another couple numbers. Brian will do a couple numbers. Okay, so. Oh yeah, it's not our first live performance together. Brian and I were in a band a long time ago. But anyway, we're gonna play some tunes, and maybe we'll talk about that. So this is a reunion of sorts.
I was also just talking about when we were, like we jammed live on your channel before in the past.
Oh yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, that's true. We did play before. I played a couple times with Jay too. Oh man, we got to get some Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves emojis. Absolutely for the Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, definitely check it out. It's I don't know what the link is, but it's on one of the videos. 424 Discord. Maybe Jason the bouncer can drop a link for peeps. All right, let me get back to it though, because we got a tight schedule. Yellow Rainbow's coming on if in like 20, less than 20 minutes. I got a few more songs, and I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thanks to everybody who's watching right now, wherever you are in the world. It's pretty amazing that we can do this and play and have fun. And Brian and I were having a blast setting everything up, and yeah, it's just a fun night all around. So thanks to everybody. This next track is actually going out to uh, probably one of the biggest supporters of the channel. His name is Steve. He's out in Scotland, and I just want to extend a very special thank you to Steve for everything. And I don't know if he's out there. I wouldn't get a chance to check, but thanks for everything, Steve. This one's called Pure Honey, and it's off Wonders of Color. So let's do it. Okay. I lost my wandering eye at night. We're just sitting drinking wine. Love is pure honey. It's like a long time ago. Love is pure honey. Love is pure honey. Love is pure honey. Love is pure honey. Steve, thank you so much. I just remembered I don't have any sympathy for you. I don't have any empathy for you. 'Cause you're just a trick to stay nomad, smiling in the woods and in the sand. Want the world to know that you're bad. Well, I'll never abandon you. I don't know much about psychology. I don't have a degree carefully, but but you're just a trick to stay nomad, smiling in the woods and in the sand. Want the world to know that you're bad. Well, I'll never abandon you. Don't wanna be a dead end. Don't wanna be a pretend. I wanna be happy. I wanna be, but you're just a trick to stay nomad, smiling in the woods and in the sand. Want the world to know that you're bad. Well, I'll never abandon you. Thank you. This next one goes out to Chris and Jeremy. I think they both are fans of this one. You stop by, nothing's positive, nothing's alright. Look at me, like I'm second rate, military grade. That's alright, just a regular guy doing my thing. I just smile at a know-it-all, won't ever know nothing. Big fucking deal, man. Got the look, but what the fuck can you do? Big fucking deal, man. Talk the talk, but what the fuck have you done? Here you roll, shelling out cash like there ain't no tomorrow. Nobody knows where it all comes from or where it all goes. Trying to elevate your position in a race that's already over. What'd you even make? Eyes can see through your made up greatness. Big fucking deal, man. Talk the talk, but what the fuck have you done? Big fucking deal, man. Got the look, but what the fuck have you done? Big fucking deal, man. Got the look, but what the fuck can you do? Alright, we got one more. Goes out to Jason. It says, I think this is his favorite number, so. I'm not afraid of people. Hold on. I feel like something got screwed up here. Probably because I screwed it up. Forget how many things are on this one. I'm going to have to ditch it. Okay. All right. Last one. Thanks to everybody. And we're going to, Brian's going to be jumping on in a little bit. So get ready. 8 p.m. Brian's going live. So let's do it. Thanks for everybody for coming out. All right. This one's called Afraid of the Moon. Sometimes I dream of better days, even though my days are alright. For the most part, I'm doing well. But when the night comes, woo, I'm afraid of the moon, woo, of what I turn into, woo, in my insides out. about. Ooh, I hope you know me now. I hope you know me now. Hope you know me now. Hope you know me now. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Thanks everybody for coming out. Brian, sorry if I was ignoring you. It's a lot of stuff to manage here, but we're gonna check in right now. I gotta get a drink of water. Dying up here. Who's in charge of the lights in this place, man? It's so freaking hot. All right. So that really grinds my gears. Oh well. We do our best. We do our best out here. So we got to shift this over. You guys want to see behind the scenes, or should we just should we put the music back on? I don't know. Leave it up to the chat. All right. I don't know. Should have worn the camel pack. Yes, that's true. Thanks, Beck. All right. Let's. I'm gonna throw this back up, and we'll reset, and we'll be right back.
No lag time, and this is like live feed lag.
Well, this one is
Right.
like the live one. See,
Right, like that's like right in time, and then that's
this is like how
has
far
been-
behind you.
No, I know. It's
Dude,
like
when I
10
went
seconds.
to talk to them back in the other room,
Yeah.
she was watching in there, and I literally saw myself like 10, 20 seconds behind.
Wow.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think this is going now. Yo, what's going on out there, people? I hope you guys enjoyed the first. Yeah, I think we got vocals in here.
Cool.
I gotta shut off my. I was running the task vamp into here. I guess it doesn't sound too bad. Distorted, but dude, so what did you think, brother? We got to get another mic set up. Do you want to get a drink really quick?
No, I got some water right here. It's fine.
Okay.
What about you?
I got some right here.
Okay.
I just figured we should set up the other mic probably because this one is.
Oh, because you gotta get like really close to it.
Yeah. So that's why you have that other. Oh wait, I have the mic. Hold on. Yeah. So thanks, Garrick. Thanks everybody. We're gonna answer some questions. If anybody has questions, we're gonna chill for a bit. Maybe go over the setup if anybody has questions about it.
That'd be cool.
Like whatever anybody wants to do. Ooh.
If anybody has any questions about my setup, now's the time to ask.
Yeah, we're gonna because we got it all set to go. If anybody has questions about the like streaming in general, how do we have it all set up? Sorry we didn't get to hang out with everybody in the chat. So if we missed any questions or anything, like hit us up. Brewbreaker came through. James, Matt, all the kids. I saw Will Gills here all the way from France, staying up late.
It's like 2 a.m. there right now.
Yeah.
2:30, I think.
So let's. I want to get another mic set up, and I also have the tripod for the camera so we can move it around. If anybody wants to see anything behind the scenes, or if anybody has any questions, because a couple people had questions about the synthesizers you were using, Brian.
Yeah, sure.
So we can move this light.
Cool.
Whoa, that I could hear it in the mic.
The light?
Yeah. Zach's at CVS.
Yeah,
Why is the change yellow rainbow?
What's up?
Crack abuse? What? It was weird to say Mike when your name is Mike. It is very odd. Man, this mic is feeding back. Let me turn off the task fan so that it's like normal. Check 1 2. Hey, that's kind of. I guess this is okay. But let's get. I got that other mic somewhere, Brian. Yo, we got the bouncer in the house. Painted blonde. Snuck in a little distortion and snow reference into Pure Honey. I don't know if anybody heard that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
This thing is feeding back or something. I'm just trying. Let me get the other mic that Jay and I use. That's like the omnidirectional one. But in the meantime, I'll turn it over to you, Bri.
Cool.
I gotta get I gotta get out of here. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be hanging out. We're just I'm gonna get a better mic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for coming in and checking out our tunes. I think we're gonna do a little Q&A if you guys want to ask any questions about either me or Mike about anything to do with our songs, our compositions, our setups, anything like that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, we got a special guest right now.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
How's it going? Nice to have.
What's been going on here tonight? This is
Yeah,
crazy. This
careful.
is like, who let you guys in here? This is nuts, man.
Yeah, I got somebody that looked a lot like you,
Really?
and he
I
it's
saw some
also-
guy in the stairway.
but
walking
also yeah, he was wearing like a black hoodie, right? No, a green hoodie, just like the one you're wearing right now. No.
out. No, he was wearing like a red hat.
Oh,
and
right,
like
yeah,
a-
yeah, that guy. Yeah, so that's he's like
he seemed pretty cool.
he's one of your biggest fans actually, and
Fascinating.
wasn't gonna tell you this, but well, maybe we should let everybody else tell you.
Okay. All right. he mentioned something about needing to change. You might hear a little. Hey, what's up out there? We're just getting this mic set up. There we go. We're in mono now. Sorry, Jason. Hopefully this one's better. I think it's better. I'll turn it up so we can chat. So yeah, so it was pretty. I was out. I was working tonight. But everything went cool in here.
Yeah, everything was fine, just like a normal day and at 424.
Nice, man.
Watch your Silvertone back here.
Oh yeah, let me move that.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, isn't this is the other guy's Silvertone?
Yeah, that one's not yours.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't think this was mine. All right. So, dude,
Dude, awesome
first
set.
successful stream.
Yeah.
Jay and I had played once or twice on the stream, but we never. I saw Jason from Painted Blonde and Gil from France from Gilami Altamari, and he's been playing on the stream. These guys like super. They inspired me to be like, yo, let's do a stream ourselves, man.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so in your eyes, how is this different than other times you have gone live before and played?
how is it different?
Yeah, how does it feel different for you?
I gotta say, I've mentioned this before. Like, I get like really bad anxiety. I feel like I had a little bit today. Like, you saw me like freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, it was feeding onto me just a touch.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
So yeah, I kind of like. I don't think a lot of people know that about me. I get like very like anxious before I play, so it was a lot less anxiety driven. Like only up until like the last like 15 minutes before we turned the stream on, was it really hitting me a little bit. But it was just like you were just sitting there smiling at me.
Yeah.
It's like dead quiet.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I felt like I should have like clapped a couple times, but I feel like that would have made it even more weird.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It was like we should have maybe discussed it beforehand or something. But the other thing that was really cool about it was I could really mix the sound that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
You know, because like I feel like when you play live, sometimes depending on what your setup is, you're at the mercy of whoever is mixing it, and that can be like, you know. And what was cool too is I was able to like distort my vocals, which is something I feel like I'm never really able to do.
Cool.
Because I wanted to experiment with it, and yeah. What about you? How did you feel comparatively?
Well, for me, I felt like we were just making more of a big deal into it and putting more of our time and energy into making it be really good. And I guess maybe other times, like, you know, we've gone. Remember, we went live at we went live at my place once, and we jammed. It was me on the Sub Fatty and you on the Digitaz.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And then we had like the four of us, me, you, Ben, and Tim.
Yeah.
We did that, but that was more just like, we're just gonna.
That was kind of like
live.
Turn it on and let's rock this.
It's just like not really thinking too hard about it. This one, I feel like we just like put more time and energy into trying to make it sound better, look cool, and maybe that's probably just that's just why.
No, there was I felt like we definitely did a lot more. We were like kind of do a lot more planning for it, maybe.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
and a lot more like promoting.
Well, you got so how do you feel? You just played your first show with this project, right?
This is technically the second because I did a show on Monday.
That's what I was gonna say. So you had mentioned that you had just played one live show first time in a while. So how did that work for you? Feeling like you played this live show where you went to like a place in Brooklyn, I think, or Ridgewood.
Yeah, it was in Queens, border of.
It was a venue.
Brooklyn. Yeah, it was like.
So how was that different for you? Because you're the one that you were right there doing this other completely different show setting.
Yeah.
So how is that different for you now that you played this? Like, how would you compare the two?
Well, first of all, it's kind of weird because like I've had this project for like 8 years, and last Monday was my first show. Because I never really had intentions of performing it. It was more just like a writing music project kind of, and no intentions of performing it. And I don't know. I guess a couple years ago, I was like kind of getting the bug to getting the itch to like perform again, and then I just needed to like figure out how to do it. So then that was this past Monday, and cool. I was a little bit freaked out about it because I've never actually performed like that before. It was always more or less like a band setting. I had this side project a few years ago where we did something similar, but it wasn't really quite.
I remember when you were doing that. Yeah,
it wasn't really quite as involved as this. So my main thing on Monday was like, am I just gonna like plug everything in, like get everything set up, like it sounds good at home, but once I plug it into like the board like in the at the venue, is it just gonna fucking sound like shit all of a sudden? Like, and then I'm just gonna have to like troubleshoot like what is this? What's going on? Yeah. Like right as I'm supposed to be going on, and I have like no idea what to do. And then on top of that, when we got there, it was so DIY. There was like no sound engineer or anything. It was just like the owner of the bar. He was just like, no, you just set it up here.
He's like, that's your corner, right? Kind of.
I decided to go in the corner,
okay.
But that was just because of the.
What was that venue called?
That venue is called Windjammer, or the Windjammer.
Windjammer.
It's in Ridgewood.
Okay.
It's my old neighborhood. It was pretty cool. It was like just this like back room off of a bar. The sound was really good. We should have played around with the lighting a little bit more. But it was.
We spent like a good hour getting this whole thing going. Right?
Yeah, I brought some a combination of like the lights you already have, and then like some other lights that I had.
Yeah,
I feel like it looks pretty cool.
Definitely. I think we really knocked it out of the park. I was saying how like I feel like the ambience, because I was playing the other day. I accidentally went live. And some people saw that.
That
I
was
was
so
like
funny.
messing with the settings. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was very flustered, but it worked out. And I was like, I had these like really bright lights going because I was like, oh, the camera quality, the camera quality, the camera quality, and then we did this, and I was like, this is such a better vibe than like that bright light.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with how we did it. The only thing is I couldn't use my strobe that Joe from Rangoon Online recommended because it was making like this phasing effect through my pedal board. I don't know what that was all about.
But it's on now.
It's on now, so
I don't even know if it's in the shot, but
it doesn't really look.
oh,
like
I see.
it.
It was with the pedal board. Okay, that's why. That's why you could have it on now.
Something was weird about it. Yeah, because like it's plugged in with the pedal board. We got a couple questions. Actually, Becky was asking, do you find that your pieces vary a lot each time you perform them? They were also beautiful. I loved it.
Oh, Beck, that's so nice of you. Coming from the other room. No, thanks, Beck. That, yeah. So, well, let me see. Like two. So those are technically 5 different pieces, all a part of like one album. 2 of them are kind of improvised. Like the second one and the third one, I never do them the same way. I've never done them the same way. I have like an idea about like kind of the things I'm doing, but it's kind of like random and never exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was saying too. I think I mentioned it to you off camera. I was saying James from Bean Trees was saying, "Oh, this is really making me realize how bad I am at the keys." And then I was like, "Yeah, and how do you even compose this kind of stuff? Because it's so far out of, I don't know, like obviously what the kind of stuff that I write or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even imagine. Like I don't know. It's like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of like ambient music, it's a lot about the texture and the overall sound rather than like coming up with like
the exact part.
Well, sometimes it depends. Like I have specific chord progressions that I'm going through on some of the pieces, and I guess all of them I sort of do, but it is a lot about the texture and getting the sounds. But I'm trying to also not be like super super picky about that either, because I definitely used to be. Yeah, and then the other thing too is like for the performance I wanted to do it like straight through without stopping, so I needed to come up with these like transition parts that are not on the album. Like each piece on the album, it's all like a fade out and then like a fade in. Everything's like a fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out. But for the live performance, I wanted to just like keep it going. So like transitioning between pieces.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Because like when you came over, you were like, "I'm not stopping at all."
Yeah. That's just
going
not how
straight through.
That's not how I prepared for the live performance. So I came up with these like transition.
I feel
parts
like it would be really jarring too to stop between each piece.
Well, it's supposed to. I wanted it to keep you in a certain mood, or just like even the mood is like fluctuating in the way that the pieces move. I didn't want like it all of a sudden to stop and like take you back to reality, and then all of a sudden grab you again. I wanted it to just keep going, and I wanted it to feel like you're just in it the whole time. Well, that explanation I literally just came up with on the spot right now. But
it sounded really good. It sounded rehearsed.
The other reason is that I have like knobs I have to like tweak, because again I said it's like all about the texture and like the settings of everything. So between like pieces I needed to like switch up some knobs and stuff, and that takes time. So I didn't want it to be like dead silence while I do that, because that's a little bit awkward too.
Yeah.
Right,
because there's different sounds you have to dial in.
Yeah, exactly. And so. But then that made me think like, oh, this will be cool. I'll just come up with like these cool transition parts. And then while those like, it was like a lot of them were like just drone like transition parts more or less. And like I was tweaking them a little bit. Like I was just, like adjust some knobs and like, oh, let me just adjust this knob so that they're not like completely droned out. So like kind of like fluctuates a little bit and then go back. And then when I was ready, I would like start the next piece, like the field recordings, and then just kind of go.
Yeah, so how does the field recordings play into this? Because obviously there was a lot of, ambiance. I mean, that's kind of...
Yeah. Well, you mean like, how do they play? How do the field recordings play into it?
Yeah, like how did you decide to like have those in the pieces?
Okay, yeah. So this piece is like, well, if you go to the Bandcamp, it like kind of shows like how I constructed.
Oh yeah, Coniferous is the new album.
Yes.
It's out on yellowrainbow.bandcamp.com now.
Yes,
So
yeah.
if you want to listen to the recorded versions of
Right.
what Brian
Yeah.
just played, check out the Bandcamp.
Yeah.
There's a link in the
Right.
description too.
Yeah, you might notice some differences, but you'll more or less like if you compare, like you can. Yeah, they'll still sound like the same pieces. And then the other thing, like you can check out on the Bandcamp too, is I linked the original YouTube compositions, like because as you know, as Mike knows, and a lot of you other guys on the stream right now know that like I have this YouTube channel, and for a while I was doing like weekly ambient jams where I would just like compose something once a week, and all 5 of these are one of those like 15 I think they were, and then
you asked a bunch of people.
Yeah, so then I did this whole like interview, like what do you think your favorite ones were, and then I kind of just like ignored all that because I decided I wanted to like
listen. I don't want to listen to any of those freaks.
well, it's kind of like I kind of wanted to get an idea like what everybody's like favorites were, but then I realized like the kind
everybody
of album,
has like very different. Right?
Yeah. But I realized what kind of album I wanted to create, and it was like very, very ambient. Because like some of the other pieces on the YouTube channel, they're like, oh, they are like more upbeat than what this album is like.
Yeah. There's definitely, out of all the pieces you made over the course of having your channel, like I feel like there were ones that were to me like very David Lynchian.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there were other ones that were like almost the complete opposite of that, where they were a lot like I guess happier sounding. And it's kind of like a cop out.
Or just different
moods. Like I feel like there was 2 or 3. That's what you were saying, right? There's like 2 or 3 distinct moods through all those pieces.
Yeah. So I guess you say that.
At least like when I was listening to all of them. Yeah. Because it felt I think that's what I actually had said to you, was that it almost feels like you have at least 2 albums here, because you could have like, but I guess it depends how you put it together. But you had like the darker sounding stuff, and then something that was a different mood.
Yeah, I mean, talking about that, I guess I'm like, I have been thinking like I could create like a whole another album, go back and use some of the pieces that I haven't used yet, or just like keep those, like they'll always be there. There'll always be like the YouTube versions, and then I could always like,
None of this stuff's going anywhere, man.
Like if I'm exactly. If I'm like ever putting together another album and it's all more or less new material, but like I feel like I need like a couple of tracks, like oh, you know what, this early thing that I wrote, like Ambient 3, would be perfect for like this album.
Yeah.
And I could just throw it in because it's like already half written or fully written, whatever.
Yeah. So now you almost have like you have a wealth of tracks to pick from and take from if you need to. Yeah.
So, but the field recordings, because you were asking about that, all those sounds I captured from the Canadian Rockies. So, you know, all nature sounds.
Yeah, actually, Gil's asking, how did you run your samples?
Okay. Yeah. So, basically everything was live except obviously the field recordings. Those were like playbacks, and I kind of just like launched them from Ableton with my APC 40 as I was like starting up a track. Like imagine if like the second track was now starting up, and the second track was like a bunch of water sounds. So literally launching those water sounds, just hitting a button, which I know is on my APC 40, and that triggers that sample that's in Ableton, and it's literally just a playback. It's the same exact playback from the album. It's like, so I had to bounce out that individual stem from the album and bring that into Ableton, because I recorded in Logic, but then for performing I use Ableton. And so then I had to bounce out the stem for each field recording, for each track, and then use that as like to play back the field recording as I was performing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see the APC 40 too much.
Yeah, that was kind of out of the shop. If anybody noticed, like saw me pushing something off to the side.
I can like we could do a little camera work right here.
Yeah.
I brought the tripod. Here, Brian, stay by the mic so you can explain you could see me, you'll see me pass over it.
Okay, yeah. Right.
So if anybody gets motion sickness, now would be the time to close your eyes.
Oh boy, I'm getting sick already.
Sorry, this is all like I stupidly. Yo, we're gonna go black for 1 second. Actually, never mind.
Yo, is the tape stream new to the channel, or has he been coming through a lot?
I think fairly new. I want to say.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
He seems like a cool dude. He's from Italy.
Yeah, I saw that he said he really liked this choice of samples.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, if there's any other questions on there, man, I was kind of like.
Yeah, should I scroll down because it's like up? I don't know how you normally run it. Should I scroll it down?
Oh, however you on, man.
Yeah, I'll see.
Guys, sorry, this is like wrapped around here.
Have you ever thought of scoring a soundtrack for short filmers? Hey, Will, just answering your question about scoring for a soundtrack or film. I've thought about it many times. I've had people tell me that many times. I've never pursued it. I definitely like the idea of it a lot. Other things I've heard is like scoring for video games. I get that a lot. Oh, hey.
All right, Brian, I'm going to...
All right.
Finally, sorry, guys. I'm going to pan over here to the APC 40. So this was out of the shot.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys see the... What is it? It's the... If anybody knows the APC, basically... I mean, it's like a mixing board almost. It's like you got channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, and channel 5 that I'm using. Channel 4 and channel 5, you'll see like a button, a colored button for everything that's in the row. So 4 and 5 is what I was using for field recordings. So that's how I would launch them. I would just like hit the button. So basically the top was for the first track, then the second, what is that, row? Row is for the second track, the third row is for the third track, and etc.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
And then, what pedals are you rolling with? So I think there was a couple people that had some questions about
Oh yeah, okay.
that.
So I got the mini log. I got the mini log going into the Earthquaker devices afterneath, which is then going into the Strymon Dig, and then that's going stereo out. Sorry, Jason. Then I got the Moog Sub Fatty going into the Meris Polymoon, and then the OB6 going into the Earthquaker devices afterneath. Earthquaker devices Avalanche Run.
This is quite the setup over here, man.
Yeah, it takes a little while to set up, but I'm getting quicker at it.
Quite the setup, my friend. And then he's runs the APC and also everything goes into Ableton, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, everything's basically running into my interface, and then including the, basically everything's going into the interface, and then it's just all going through Ableton.
Yeah, I hope nobody got too seasick on that. I was like, oh, this is such a cool idea. Let me get the tripod for the camera, and but now I realize how crazy this is. But now we're like super.
No, well, yeah, we're like that now. That's okay. We can just back it up a little bit.
Yeah. There we go.
What else do we got here? Hey, Daniel Keen's here. Does anybody recognize that name? He just put out an electronic album under his name, Daniel Keen.
Yeah, wasn't he on your channel? Or his music was on your channel?
His music wasn't on it, but I just like plugged him in, I think, my last video.
Cool.
So he has an album that's streaming everywhere, and it's on iTunes as well. It's called Drifting. It's just a 3-track electronic album. He literally composed it like 5 years ago, and it was just sitting around doing nothing, and then he finally was like, you know what, I'm going to put it out.
That's sick, man. Good for you, Dan.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really well composed, and it's he uses a lot of sample, like field recordings too, and it like picks up pretty crazy sounds and then really, really tweaks them so you don't even like know what they originally were, or it's a little hard to tell. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like really manipulated. Or,
yeah.
That's like I don't know if Dan you ever checked out the Digitax, but that machine is crazy because you can take these samples and by the end of it, it's like you have no idea. I would definitely recommend messing around with that. If you like doing that kind of sound manipulation.
Yeah, he does it. Yeah, he does it all, but just like within Logic.
Yeah. What are the questions we got? I feel like
Dan
we've been kind of ignoring the chat this stream, but I guess it's weird because it's like we didn't want to stop mid set, but
Yeah, we had reasons that we didn't want to stop mid-set, so...
oh, yeah, that was Gil's question, right? Yeah. Oh, Thomas came through. What's up, bro? Baby, do y'all smoke?
Nope.
No.
I answered Will's question.
Oh, yeah,
already.
going to film.
Dan, I think, had a question.
Yeah, maybe more of a comment.
Wait, sorry. Also, Mike, would you ever consider recording a couple of those songs at a proper studio? The songwriting is amazing.
Oh, later, James.
Wouldn't be selling out if they sound good.
Yeah, it will. That's a good question. I started doing some songs with Jay. I actually did Hollandaise, the one song I played tonight with him. There's so many versions of that song because we wrote it, I think, on the Cabin stream when we did that a while back at the beginning, the very beginning of the channel. You probably remember that, but I would be down with doing it. It's just maybe it's just being kind of cynical, but I just kind of feel like the amount of money that it costs to do that. I've done that a number of times, and I feel like a lot of people have the same experience where you go into a studio, you have an idea in your head of what you want it to sound like, you drop a lot of money, and then it just never comes out the way that you want it to.
Yeah.
So my only thing too is like, it's a very, I would, but I feel like I'd have to maybe do like a greatest of all the stuff, or my favorite tracks of all the stuff I've done, maybe, and do some. But I guess to answer your question, I would consider it, but I think I would only really consider it if, maybe I somehow had 100 people that wanted to buy an album or something, and it made sense to, not just because it's such an investment.
Yeah.
And like, I literally had one guy hit me up one time when I first put out Little Wiser, and I think he really enjoyed the stuff. And I was asking him like, oh yeah, like how much would you charge to do this? And he like just point blank was like, yeah, like $1,000 a song.
What?
And to me, I mean, that's like a crazy amount of money.
Well, I mean, it depends on like the quality and like
yeah, I mean,
certain genres you don't really want like.
I guess my point was like I could never see or justify spending like $10K on an album.
Yeah, and I know
just because I just know that the type of music that I make is very niche, much like the channel.
Yeah.
And I've just been around the block, Mikey around the block a few times, and I've just seen and had so many stories and have seen so many bands and been in so many bands where we do stuff, and it. It's fun and it's a great way to document what you're doing. But so I guess I don't know. This is like a really long-winded answer, but I would consider doing it. I would probably do it, like I was saying, if somehow I had a huge audience of people that really. But I guess it's kind of like a catch-22, right? It's like, can you generate a huge audience by recording stuff in a lo-fi manner? It's like a chicken or the egg, or the horse becomes, what is it? The horse before the cart? I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is like, yeah, it'd be cool to have like 100 people, 1,000 people that wanted to buy an album. If I had like that many people that were like, yeah, I want this to, I want to buy this album.
Yeah. I
don't know. I just feel like stuff's just very devalued today. Maybe not devalued, but it's just, I don't know. It's just such an investment. It's hard to justify it.
Yeah, I just don't think it's necessary. And
I really like recording.
Yeah.
And I think that's super flattering, Will, that you said that. Thank you.
Yeah. It was really nice.
I guess it's just like I don't know. I'm also just like a very cheap person, I guess. But it's just, I don't know. To make a bunch of music, I just feel like today, I don't know. It's like, I feel like that's kind of the whole thing with a lot of stuff is, I mean, yeah. Something definitely to think more about, though. Will, thank you. I don't know. I hope that answers the. Do you think that answered the question?
Yeah, I think it did. So what else we got here?
Yeah, have a good recording, James. I think Jason's gonna hit up the recording basement. Do it up, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys doing like more professional recordings? Have you ever had an experience where you did that? I think it can be a lot of fun. I made 2 videos at like a long time ago about why you should record in a studio and why maybe you shouldn't. I think if I had the right material and I felt really passionate about recording it in a certain way, I would probably do it.
I'm gonna answer Dan's question.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
Okay, can you grab me some? Yeah, can you grab me some too?
Yeah.
Cool. So Dan, to answer your question, with this album, hold on, why am I like all the way over here?
Is this your cup in here, Jack?
Let's see. So with this album, you really nailed it. The flow from the beginning to the end is spot on. I hear it more as one big piece versus individual songs. Right up my alley. Awesome. Thanks, Dan. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You could definitely look at it like that, and I feel like that is kind of how I'm thinking about it in a sense, at least in a live setting. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty much as simple as that. And I feel like they flow into each other in a particular way that it just works. And yeah, I mean, I guess you can kind of think about them as individual tracks or one bigger work. I mean, it kind of is. It's like one album. So. Hey, Schizo. Yes, I'm still down to collab. I still have the one track you sent me. Man, I tried putting something over it a while ago. That was a really long time ago. I still have what you sent. So, yeah, definitely still down to collab. Okay.
Got the cheesy poofs.
Got the cheesy poofs. Nice. Got the cheesy poofs up in here.
There's not many left, folks, but we're gonna take them down. Take them down to Chinatown. Here you go, bro.
Sweet, bro.
So you got one more show coming up, right, Brian? You're playing in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Gold Sounds, I think.
Yep. Gold Sounds. Go back.
Dude, that's so cool. Pavement reference, all of that. I've never been there.
I was there once, like a few years ago. It seems pretty cool. It has like a nice stage. It looks like the lighting's pretty good and the sound is pretty good from what I remember. Yeah, that's on the 18th. That's on Saturday, next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. If anybody is out there that came to the show on Monday, there are people actually, I think, that are in here right now that were at the show on Monday. It's the same exact lineup plus one other act who's going to go on last. Yeah, so it's going to be 4 acts total.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what time does it start? It's a Saturday?
Yeah, it starts at 7. 7 sharp. The one this Monday, this past Monday, we had a late start. I was like, we said it was going to be like a soft 7 because we had a lot of time for the 3 acts that we were. Yeah, so we started at like 7:45.
That was the chair, by the way. This chair is like very squeaky. Of course, now it doesn't do it.
Oh, there it goes.
I don't know what it is. Like these like chairs you get that have the Allen wrench nuts. You know those? Like they never quite tighten properly. Oh, see?
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's the silly part of the stream. Yeah, Gil said with 10K, repair your 424 for sure. Yeah. Yeah, like I'd rather spend the 10 if I was going to spend 10K on something music wise. I mean, not that I'm going back, but going back to the discussion about recording in a studio. I think that's kind of the thing I started to realize was like all these people we recorded with over the years. If you add up all the money you spent doing that, you'd have a pretty sweet home studio by that point.
Yeah.
And we're at this point with all this technology where it's dirt cheap. I mean, to get good sounding stuff. Now the skills that you need to do some of the stuff or to get it to sound the way you want it to sound.
Yeah, it's kind of like what it is, right?
That's really what it is. So I guess I'd rather invest in myself, you know.
Yeah. That's how I look at it.
I don't know.
I'm learning all the stuff and just like Yeah, slowly learning and slowly like building your own studio. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, because that's like a big thing with Jay too. Like he has his space and he's been collecting gadgets and things for his whole life.
Yeah.
He has this amazing place, and um, I feel like I'd rather take, like I was saying, if I was gonna go to this guy in Brooklyn and record there for $1,000 a song, like 10K, man. Like I don't I don't have that kind of money laying around. B, I've seen bands who have done something similar to this, and they were like, yeah, I mean,
That was a waste.
yeah,
Yeah.
and because the thing is, like, how do you recoup that amount of money?
Yeah.
If you could, whatever.
I mean, that's a really good point. Like, take that money and invest in yourself.
Yeah,
And then it's just like and then it's just like, I don't know. You have all the stuff. You have all the knowledge.
mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, and then every time you want to record, you don't need to fucking pay anything.
Well, that's what I think Shira was saying before. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. So we missed one. We got
I think it was
$2 for gas money for you.
Nice.
Pay one
No,
of
I
those.
saw that. It was $1.99, right?
$1.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pay that toll back to Brooklyn.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I think Shira was saying that they said, why isn't everybody? This is amazing. This is so cool. Why isn't everybody streaming their shows? Why does anybody do live shows anymore? Like that's exactly
Yeah, it's like
like how I feel
you
too.
say sometimes. Yeah.
It's like this is so much fun, like being in our own, like my own place, and we can set it up. And this, I feel like the big difference, what you were saying before, what's the difference between this and playing a show? I thought the big difference was getting the sound the way that I wanted to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever gotten like quite exactly how I wanted to do it.
Well, yeah. Even when I played on Monday, my sound was it was kind of different. I still liked it though. I mean, I feel like
That was the chair again.
Yeah. I feel like I couldn't like hear myself like nearly as well. Obviously, like I was just wearing headphones
Yeah.
to hear it. And I feel like that's getting more of your true sound than going through like a board and going through speakers that you're not familiar with.
Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, that's a part of playing live, in all
Yeah.
different places, and that's why, big bands are used to have a sound guy, like Oasis. There's the Oasis documentary on Netflix. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. But that just comes to mind because I was watching it recently. They had a guy that used to just go around mixing the venues with them, and they made him mix the album, the first album, because they were like, "This is the guy that knows what we sound like. He's the one that makes us sound
Right.
the way we do."
Yeah.
I think that was a really cool thing, but I think it's so true. I think things are very backwards today in terms of find your fans, find your friends, find your community online, and then you could probably tour if you really want. If that's really what you want to do.
Well, you've said this before, and it's so true. And like I've heard it from multiple sources. It's like you put out music, people who are into your music because you collect all the data from like Spotify and whatnot.
That's what Jason was saying. He said he has a lot of friends out in or a lot of fans in I forget exactly. Portugal, is it? And I was like, dude,
that's
you
funny.
should go tour Portugal.
I have a lot of fans in Chile.
Oh, okay. You're in Chile, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Chile, but that's you.
Oh,
yeah, there you
okay.
go, man. South
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
Yellow Rainbow South American Tour,
Yeah.
2021, bro.
I know, right?
Well, that's the thing too, right? It's like because I know like on the Bandcamp stuff for me, it's like I think I've mentioned this before. It's like New Haven, Connecticut, and Boston. Oh, and Brooklyn. Those three places. So
Your fans.
that's apparently where people are doing the thing.
Interesting.
So if anybody's out in those places and wants me to come through,
Yeah. There
Just
you
kidding.
go.
But yeah, what we're getting gold's dropping like gold bricks are falling out of the sky.
Wow.
Thanks, Will. Thank you so much. Cheers for the show, guys. Hopefully this will cover a beer, a couple cassettes. Heck yeah. Thanks, dude.
Nice. Thanks so much, Will.
All the super chats are going to the touring bands because Brian came all the way up from New York.
That's right.
To play in New Paltz.
And I can't get back home unless I can pay those tolls.
I'll hug you up, bro. Thank you, Will. That means a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks so much, man.
We'll definitely put it to good use. Oh, Portugal is for
for Jason.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we were in the middle of saying something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cheesy poof. Probably shouldn't, but well, we're just talking about like going to where the fans are.
Yeah,
But this is the thing too. I think I mentioned this in the touring 24/7 video.
right.
A little tongue in cheek, but at the same time, like look at this right now. There's a bunch of people watching. When we were playing. All people who we know for the most part. Maybe some new faces out there, but people that wanted to see us play.
Yeah.
We weren't going around trying to get people to come.
Right.
A lot of these people didn't have to leave, the comfort of their homes or their smartphones wherever they are.
I know, and it was like, you saw Zach. He was like watching.
Yeah,
he
Zach
was like
was here.
driving to CVS and watching
And
the
hanging
show.
out and listening. Like, to me, I just think that things have changed. I think we're even behind the trend, right? And people have been streaming for a while, but I don't know. For me, this was so much fun.
Yeah.
And like preparing for it was a lot of fun. Testing out different things I wanted to test out was cool. I feel like we nailed the sound for the most part. I don't think there was any complaints or anything. Oh, Matt has a good point though. He said, "Do you miss the social interaction and physical praise from peers from playing live?" I mean, I feel like I never had much social interaction. The physical praise part, I guess, like I had people that would come out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've played like a lot of. We played a lot of Dead Places together.
Dude. Yeah, let's talk about Electricians a little bit.
Oh yeah, so we were in a band called Electricians.
Yeah. Dan
And Drew.
actually threw the name out in the chat earlier. I think while you were playing. I mean, I think there's a few people here that know that already, but yeah, let's talk. We should like talk about. I mean, if anybody's interested, unless we want to just end it now because it's like almost 2 hours, but we can talk about some like. I mean, it's kind of on topic with Matt's question, right? Like,
I mean, we're not doing anything else tonight. No, it's not like we have to like load out or anything.
I mean, there's still like what does it say? 16 people
Yeah.
are still watching. Yeah, we can talk about some shows we played and Electricians. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Talking like Dead. Do you remember that time?
Well, let's answer Matt's question, and then we'll get into.
Sure. I guess we didn't really directly answer it.
Yeah, because Matt's saying I don't really miss DJing much anymore. You know, I think it goes back to when we sat down and started talking. Is like, yeah, getting too old for that shit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I realized that a lot of my playing live was doing something I didn't really feel that comfortable doing. That's the one thing the channel has taught me is like, you can still be a musician and still have fun and still do your thing.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to like, because I used to think, oh, you had to be a musician, you had to play live, but
Right.
I was saying, I'm not really, I get like a lot of social anxiety, so it's
Yeah.
it's not really fun for me. I don't really miss, and I guess I don't really miss the interaction because we never really had too much of it.
I mean, I was definitely in the Electricians days. I was definitely a lot more shy. I never did any of the banter into the mic. It was like super rare that I would say anything.
I think I would be much better at that now, just because I'm more comfortable speaking, but
Right.
more comfortable speaking into a camera, but not
Right.
necessarily to, like, if there were 16 people in this room right now, I don't know, I'd probably feel a little strange.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know, 16 people that were all just like had their undivided attention.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, well, this is a really small room, first of all, but yeah, I guess if they were all paying attention, that's like, well, I mean, sometimes you play shows. Okay, maybe there's 16 people in the room, half are at the bar, another 25% are like just talking to their friend, and then maybe there's like
Yeah.
a few people that are actually focused on you. Sometimes that could be the scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's I mentioned that in one of those videos too. Exactly what you just said. It's like I feel like 99% of the people are never interested in what you're doing at all.
Yeah, definitely depends on the venue. Yeah. I mean, I guess from your experience, you feel like you had that a lot.
I mean, at least like in the later years of like doing stuff.
Now, are you talking
Maybe
about?
I'm being like kind of cynical, but I always just feel like locally it was never. I don't know. I feel like there's also like a certain it's also because I'm like older. Like trying to do stuff when you're older is always, there's like definitely a little bit of ageism going on. But
what's it called? Are you talking about like are these feelings coming overall, or during the electrician's days, or during the hella later days?
so like what's your question?
These feelings of like nobody's really interested or pays attention.
I guess just over the whole course of doing it. Like I guess I went through a period of like seeking this external engagement with people, and I've come to realize like that's just not the answer. Like what I want to do is just because I want to do it and because it's fun. I'm not doing it for like these external rewards. But you get wrapped up into this culture of like, oh, I gotta like go out, and if I want to do this, I want to do this for real. I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's more. There's like many paths to doing whatever it is you want to do. Like just because everybody does this path doesn't mean that you have to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm perfectly happy. Like this is like the most fun I think I've ever had, being an artist and creating things. And I'm speaking specifically about making the videos for the channel and doing all this channel related stuff. Like this is super fulfilling for me, creatively and artistically.
Well, you know what, dude?
Like more so than like shows ever were.
You actually said it best yourself, and I've actually used this on some of my students. It doesn't matter how you want to play your music or what you want to do with your music more. This is what you said. I don't know if you said it to me over the phone or if you made a video about it, but it's like if you want to like be famous and like record at an awesome studio or play Madison Square Garden, that's great. That's what you want. And if you're enjoying doing your music and then that's your goal, that's great. But if you're super happy just playing your guitar in your bedroom by yourself and you're getting lots of enjoyment out of that, then that's awesome too. And that's all you need.
Wow, I said that?
Yeah, you said and I've used it on like a handful of my students.
That guy sounds smart.
Because like, yeah. I think it's like pretty much exactly what you said. I mean, I don't know. Probably not word for word, but.
No, well, because I think time and time again, feeling like you got to be in this band and do these shows and go on tours and do all this stuff, you lose sight of like what it is you actually love about it.
Yeah.
Like Sean, my friend Sean, had like a similar thing with his film and filmmaking stuff. He was talking to me one time on the phone, and I asked him, I was like, well, why did you start doing this?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, because I like to make my family laugh, and because I love to do it. And I was like, that's all you need, man.
Yeah.
If that's why you started to do it. Yeah. Forget everything else.
Yeah.
And that's like where I continue to come back to now.
Yeah.
Is like, I love everything about this. Like I was telling you before, I feel like right now, this is like the exact place that I want to be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I need to be. And it's like this crazy energy that's like, I'm exactly where I want to be, like right now, like doing whatever we're doing and whatever we did tonight. It's like, this is exactly.
Yeah, it was like one of the first things we said today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the power of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we got it. We got it, folks.
We got some more stuff coming.
I don't know. We got it, folks.
Just skim for the question marks. I think they're just.
I can't.
talking.
Yeah. I think Jason was saying, he said, I feel like I'm going to vomit during the first song I ever play live.
You?
No, that's what Jason said. I saw him say something like that.
Oh, he was saying that the first. Wow, that's just happening now.
Yeah, it's long behind.
What's it called? Jason said that the first song he ever did play, he felt he was going to vomit.
He says halfway through the first song he plays, he feels like he's going to vomit.
Oh, like whenever he plays out.
Yeah.
Or whenever he has played out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So he must have like social anxiety as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like everybody gets that to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get that.
Matt said, I've always dealt with social anxiety, so I missed out on a lot of the musicianship and camaraderie because of that anyway. So I don't feel like I'm missing out anything from playing out. Thanks, Jason. Bill Jim said, I thought this was going to be at a venue. It is, bro. 424 recording.
Yeah.
424 HQ, bro.
Check my Bandcamp and our Spotify's. It says the show's at 424 recording.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Didn't you see on Spotify? I mean, we got the lights going. This is serious, man. This is not the right mouse. I always get tricked.
Yeah. You want me to scroll it up?
I don't know. Yeah. So, I mean, this is also something that's really cool, too. We get to have this, like, conversation about all this stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel really silly because I forgot to record. Oh, yeah. We were going to talk about electricians.
Oh, yeah. That was what we were going to talk about. Yeah,
Marsha was here. Thanks for the show, guys.
Wait,
we are
what?
signing off here. Thanks, Marsha.
Oh, cool.
I think
You know who that is, right?
It's Greg's mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg and Matt. Man, that's cool. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
guys.
that's awesome. Greg. That's right. Greg told me that he was going to stop in on his mom today.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool. They tuned in for so long.
Yeah.
What's it called? So electricians. What are some shows that stand out to you? And
Electricians wise, I think the one that's like at the War Room. Do you remember that place?
Yeah.
Where there was we have a lot of pictures from that, and I think that's why. And also, there's a lot of cool like visual stuff. Yeah, dude, I actually found this old camera that had a bunch of electricians recording
videos,
pictures. Yeah. We were talking about this, how we have no videos from that time.
Yeah, it's still like, what is, like, video cameras did not exist in 2010?
Dude, I don't think they were
so
anywhere
weird.
near as all over the place as they are today. Because I was thinking about this in terms of my buddy Sean again, who's a filmmaker. I've mentioned this a couple times, so if I've said this, sorry. Basically, when he was coming up in school doing stuff, you needed to have that Panasonic DVX 100 film-like camera. That's the one that, like, Apollo is done on. P, the short film, a bunch of other films or like films that we did that I gotta put up.
Yeah.
But at that time, in order for you to have something that looked halfway decent, you needed to have like a $4,000 camera. Now today, you know, anybody that has any kind of a phone has a a camera that's light years beyond that Panasonic.
Yeah.
Not light years, but I mean that's hyperbolizing, but you get the point. You had to have a special technology. It's much like recording. At one point, recording studio, somebody had to own all this equipment and know how to use it. And you had to, I'm talking about like in the 60s, 70s, like people didn't have 4 tracks. People didn't have the computers, right?
Yeah. So
it's the same idea as that. But so I think that's what it was, man. Like we were playing all these shows because that was like 2009, 2008.
No. Electricians?
Yeah.
2010? I joined in like February of 2010. I think you and Drew started playing together in like the summer of 09.
09. Wow. So 10 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, we were together for what? Maybe like two and a half years?
Dude, that is crazy though. There's not any videos from that era.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think it was like I wasn't into like videos then. I wish that I had been because I was always like something in the background. Where I always liked editing because I was like editing stuff in high school and for the yearbook. I like, and that was in like 2003. So, I don't know, man. We just didn't have cameras. But I guess you're right. Like 2000, there were still nice cameras though at that time.
But maybe like,
but see,
cell
that's
phones,
what I was.
maybe still cell phone cameras.
Yeah.
Because smartphones did exist, but I feel like at that time, you might have had one. I think I did have one. I didn't have an iPhone, no. But maybe the cameras just like they're probably just not HD yet. So
Definitely not HD, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because if you think about like YouTube even, it was around in like 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2010 was like the golden era. But like still like the people, like I always think of James Rolfe from AVGN, like a lot of his stuff was done on that Panasonic. Maybe that's just like what is that called? Where you confirmation bias? Because I'm like, oh, it was a Panasonic DVX. But my point is like he had like a really nice camera.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe nobody we knew were that into video.
Dude, wasn't there somebody who would float around the Brooklyn scene who would
Yeah,
film
there
like
was.
every show? I bet you he has something because he was like at a lot of our shows.
Yeah.
What
Who
was
is
that guy's name?
I don't know.
Shit. He always had his like hair parted, right?
I don't know, man.
Do you know who I'm talking about though? Or not really?
Yeah, because you had like a light on his camera, right?
He had like not a cell phone camera. It was like a nice camera.
He had like a Panasonic DVX.
He like filmed a ton of Oh, he did. Okay. So yeah, I don't know his name. Maybe Brendan would know.
Yeah, I think he was like friends with that whole crew.
Yeah. One show that stands out to me is in. Was it in Manhattan or was it in Brooklyn? I can't remember, but this. I think there were 3 acts. There was an opener, then there was. I guess you could say he was like the headliner. I think he had like a little bit of a following, and he asked us to play. It was your friend.
Oh,
but he asked us
Classic Education.
No. Not Classic Education. They were from Italy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you were friends with those guys? Like before? I thought we met them at like just from playing out.
No, I used to listen to one of his older bands.
Oh. No, but it definitely wasn't a Classic Education. They were good.
They were sick.
Yeah, they were awesome. But no, I don't remember what his name was. He might have actually just went by his name. Like, I think he had a backing band though. He asked us to play. The place was packed. I think mostly for him.
Oh,
he had an opener.
I know exactly.
Yeah, he had an opener, and everybody was there to see
Matt.
him. And then people were there for the opener, and then to see him.
And it was like packed.
It was packed. Like it was hard to walk.
I think this was like our last show, actually.
This is our last show.
I think so.
Sounds like it could have been our last show.
I remember playing like a lot of newer stuff that we had never recorded. Like, Do You Think He Saw Us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Put down the cheesy boost and put your hands up every.
What?
Yeah, I'm like just going crazy here at these. They're like kind of stale too. Yeah, don't make me look bad, man.
So anyway,
Okay, but yeah, finish this story. So I know who you're talking about.
remember you were super pissed because like who does this? He asked us to play. I mean, okay, so he had an opener. It's totally like normal to have a couple openers, but he asked us to play after him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was super nice. He had like a little bit of a following. It was really nice to ask us to play. Mm-hmm. But as soon as they finished and we went on, everybody went upstairs. It was like
we played to Beck and the sound guy or the bartender. The bartender was like, "You guys are like the best band I've ever seen play here, but
oh yeah,
like you'll never get anybody to watch your band here or something along those lines."
right, because he knows there's a bar upstairs.
It's funny, that guy was. I knew him from school, and he was a nice guy. We were buds, and I remember he was really trying. He had like label guys there at that show. And,
oh, you knew the guy who performed.
Yeah, and he was trying to get something going, I guess. And all those people that were there were like his friends and family. Mm-hmm. They weren't like fans of his. You know what I mean?
Okay, you just like.
He knew a lot of people, I guess.
He had a big crowd.
I mean, maybe there were some fans of his, but like, it was insane when we came in because it was like, damn, there's so many people here.
How many people would you say were there? I'd say at least 50. Somewhere between 50
I was
going to
say between 50 and 100.
Yeah.
So we walked into this venue. It was packed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bar. You know, it was just like a bar, like
somewhere in New York.
Yeah, it was in. I think it might have been in Manhattan.
Yeah, it was in Manhattan.
But you know, for like in the basement of a bar. I think it might have been a bar in the basement also. But it was like packed down there. So yeah, I think it fit like 50 to 100 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was probably the most packed show I've ever thought I was going to play.
And then little did you know.
Literally, I don't even think we played a song. Everybody was gone.
It was like I think everybody went upstairs before we started playing our first song.
Mm-hmm. But see, this is exactly why I think so much. I guess that's a perfect example of why I do all the things that I do now with this, and why I think so much of it is bullshit, because it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
That kid just wanted to get a deal with some records. Somehow he got these label A&R people to come watch.
Yeah.
Couldn't give a fuck about, it's not like anybody could give a fuck about what we were doing. He just had a bunch of people there cheerleading him. He probably got all these people to come out to make it look like, oh yes, he were like a big band.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
And they all left, and I remember him saying, oh yeah, we were schmoozing with the A&R guys upstairs or something, and it was like...
That's what he said?
Yeah, I remember him specifically saying that, like, oh, sorry we didn't hang around, but we were talking with the A&R people.
Uh-huh.
But it's just such fucking bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anything ever, like... You know, I'm not even saying that as, like... I don't have any animosity
I
toward
feel
the
like
guy.
you also just don't do that. Like, even if you like have some label people there and you have a bit of a following, you ask.
Why would you even ask us to play? First of all,
you ask other bands to open for you. You don't ask a band that should be an opener to close for you. Like, doesn't even make any sense.
And
like,
we weren't even like the right band for the bill.
Really, I don't even. Well, yeah, no,
He was doing like folk rock kind of.
Right, yeah, his sound was pretty different. I don't remember the actual opener, the band that played before him, but he was doing like folk rock.
All I remember, I mean, and I don't even, I really wasn't.
You know, it was
crazy because I didn't even feel that surprised at that point.
Mm.
The other show I remember too was when we played on Long Island.
Oh.
And I thought it was going to be like this homecoming because I used to like hang out with all these guys, and I was excited to see a lot of these people I like kind of had a really big impact on me growing up, and when I started working at the record store. And
was it in Lindenhurst?
I think maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember like we went to play, and then everybody's left. Like everybody's like outside playing.
That's funny. That's how you remember it, because I remember there being like a fair amount of people there for us.
Really? I mean, I remember there being some people, but I also remember like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy then. I thought like
it's just funny how like memories, or just how memory works.
My memory of it was like, I don't know. Maybe that's just my own narcissism or something. I don't know. It just felt like I wanted to play to these people because I was like proud of the stuff that I had done, and like they had a huge impact on me as becoming this person who made music. And then it felt like they didn't even watch us.
It's funny that you were like, don't like you remember like pretty much nobody watching us for that show, because I remember like a handful of people watching. Like
I remember like
10 or so, 12.
Maybe some people, but I also remember like the one thing that really pissed me off was like one of the people specifically. I know that they didn't watch because they were outside playing or something.
Yeah.
In their band, they were like practicing or something.
See, you might be thinking of like certain people that you knew.
Maybe that's
and
what
they were
it was.
there, and you were like expecting like, oh, this is gonna be cool.
But I remember it was like somebody, and then the guy was like, "Oh, can I borrow your amp?" And I was like, "Fuck you." You like didn't even like. I remember being so.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Like
the guy, he has to borrow your amp after he didn't watch your
fucking set. Offensive to me.
So you
and it was like somebody, and it was like
yeah.
I was just like, you know what? Yeah. Fuck you. I'm leaving. Like, you guys are assholes. Like, why did I even do this?
I see now. Okay, now that makes sense. You had like,
but I don't know. Is that justified?
Yeah. So
I mean,
is this somebody you knew? This was one of the guys you knew.
I think it was. Yeah.
So that makes sense. That's how you like remember it.
Maybe that's how I remember it.
That's like a really bad experience. And it was somebody that you expected to watch you, and he didn't. And then he just like was fucking really rude and asked to borrow your amp anyway.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, that terrible experience, I feel like just makes you feel like nobody watched.
Yeah, maybe
because it's just a terrible experience overall. Like he like in a sense ruined it.
It was just such a blatant like I don't know, slap in the face. I felt like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really annoying.
You didn't watch me play, but now you want me to stay.
And watch you play through my amp.
I was going to stay anyway, but like after that, I was like, "Fuck you! I'm out of here." Like you wanted to use my amp. You didn't want to watch me perform, and you're supposed to be like an old friend of mine, and then you're like obviously outside, and then you come back in and ask if you can borrow my amp.
It's basically like he was like, "Hey, great set, man. Sorry, I didn't see you get to play through your amp, but you want to watch me play through your amp?"
Yeah. That's exactly the feeling of it. I don't know. I hope this doesn't come off as being like petty or something. I just,
Yeah.
it was really,
No.
I just, it would really
No.
bother me. But maybe this is great backstory as to why I am the way that I am with doing the things that I do now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the stories that a lot of things turned out similar to that. Because it's kind of like that other, like, I just feel like a lot of, maybe that's why I don't like playing shows too, is because like almost every experience I've had is, there's some negativity I associate with it.
I think that
Which could be my own, like I was saying, my own. Because like, who the fuck am I to expect these people to? I mean, I guess it's. But I feel like in both of those situations too, these were people that were supposed to be friends,
right,
and they just like blatantly snubbed us.
Yeah,
and was like, it's like just this too. This is what I love about the community that's popped up around the channel is like. It feels like more of a collaboration. There's more of like this cloud of people who are all doing things, who all enjoy each other's music and company and doing stuff, and it just feels like very genuine and very people got your back. And it feels like I feel like I have a better like musical relationship with people I've never even met before in person, than people like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like for me, I just I'm not sure how I was linking that to what we were talking about.
Oh, that's just it's just linked because you just had a better experience meeting people on your channel in comparison to meeting people in the Brooklyn scene or just the New York scene in general, or just even in your like not even in the scene, not just like people you just knew. I don't know how you knew them. Like college, you said one of them.
I guess that's what I mean. It's like people that are essentially strangers who are now friends and fans and collaborators. Like. I have a better relationship with all of you guys out there than fucking people I had in my immediate circle.
Yeah.
Like what like that's fucking crazy. To me.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the power of the internet, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't find the right people. That's what I always say is like, don't fucking limit yourself. If you have like dreams or goals or things you want to do not limit yourself to the couple of all these D-bags that are in your immediate vicinity, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't have to do that. Or if you have ideas that people around you aren't into, find the people that you want in other places.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Because I just feel like I just feel like it took me way too long to like learn that and realize that, and that's what I mean. Like just trying to do all different things and just never having the right people or the right mentality or. Always wondering, well, why isn't this working? And I always was like, I guess this could be me. Like, I must be doing something wrong. But, I guess, you know, there's got an element to it of that too. But, I don't know. But thanks to everybody out there, you know. Yeah. Man, I feel like this is going. That was a chair. Let's answer some questions. I feel like I'm getting a little bit too.
You're steaming right now, man.
I'm like fuming right now. Do popular bands live stream? I saw on YouTube there was a Coldplay live stream, like live from Jordan or something.
Whoa, that's pretty
That
cool.
was kind of interesting. They had like all these cameras.
Matt, thanks for the plug.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, so Brian's new album is Coniferous, right?
Yes.
How did you come up with that?
It just seemed like appropriate for the mood and the setting because all the field recordings came from the Canadian Rockies. And it just sounds cool. I think it's a cool word.
Shiri said, one time at a show in Detroit, everyone was there for a metal opener and left for the electronic headliner. 150 metalheads straight up left. I think that's worse. Yeah, I think that's worse too. Man.
Who said that?
Shiri. They said the main liner had pitchfork buzz. His name is Mr. Lies. Huh. And they still left? Oh, thanks, Matt. He said you were so justified in that.
Yeah.
No, he didn't get the amp. I like left. I was almost gonna like, almost had to start a fight.
Yo, I you fucking asked to borrow your amp.
Yeah, that because now that I think more about that, you're absolutely right. I remember I have these memories of this stuff through this lens of negativity because I don't know what it is about my personality, but I feel like
that is completely normal, man.
I just feel like
like I was saying before you even finished telling the story, everybody's like memory is just like a really interesting, weird thing. Like everybody has a way of remembering the same thing, but it's like not exactly the same. You don't remember it exactly the same way. Certain things stand out to you that
Well, because
Don't
I
stand
guess,
out to other
I guess,
people.
yeah, to me too, like I was very conscious of that particular
Yeah.
person in that situation.
And then you probably went home, you were thinking about it, and then that's ingraining it more and more in your head. And then pushing out the other memories that didn't stand out to you. And like that probably didn't stand out to me too much.
Yeah. And you always remember like things where people slighted you
Yeah.
more so than like happy stuff.
Right.
It's like when you get sick and you're like, how could I get sick? But you're not like the other 364 days, you're not like, I feel so good. I'm so glad to feel good.
I'm really glad I'm not sick today.
Yeah. You don't like wake up, you're like, I'm not. But when you're sick, you're like, how could I be sick? How could this happen to me? This is horrible.
But it's good that we're healthy too. We should appreciate that.
Dude, that's hilarious. She's saying that they yelled at me for not dancing. Google him. He's tons of millions of plays. He's got major internet buzz, but nobody in Detroit cared. His marketing got screwed up. That's yeah. I mean, there you go, right? It's a perfect example. Such a vulnerable stream. Yeah, we're really letting it out. I don't know if we should put this one on the VOD. we might have to delete this stream, this part of the stream.
You can do that.
You can delete it. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't care. I'm letting it all. I bleed. Ever seen The Office with Tim Meadows on there? It's like amazing.
I don't watch The Office, unfortunately.
I'm glad you're digging it, Cheery. It's just like a quote from it. We'll have to watch it later.
Yeah.
What other shows, man, do you remember?
I
I remember the War Room just because there was really good pictures. I remember.
Yeah, it was cool. There's a lot of cool pictures from that one. Yeah.
Don Pedro's.
Don Pedro's we played a lot. That's where we met the.
It was where we had like the best stuff, and it was like. I just remember that place never made any fucking sense because there was never anybody in there. It seemed like there was always a lot of people like doing drugs in the basement and doing nefarious shit in the basement.
But there were like people like always, I feel like coming and going.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, it was like weird kind of exposure.
It was weird because the back room was great.
But I feel like we met like a lot of cool bands.
Yeah, we met like the Boston bands. Like Straight Angular.
Straight Angular, right. Yeah, they were super cool. And then we went up and played in Boston on a little mini tour we did.
That was like my favorite band I've ever seen in Brooklyn, those guys.
Yeah.
Because they were just like so similar, I feel like aesthetic or like mentality wise to us.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's what I mean, right? It's like we spent all that time playing in New York. And that was a big reason I moved from New York because I was like, I could be in a band and play to no one anywhere. Why don't I just go anywhere else and just play to no one? But but see, this is why the internet is nuts, is because the quality of the people that you have a chance to meet.
Yeah.
And also like all those shows we played, and we found one band that was like, I mean, obviously we played with the friends bands of ours, but I guess I mean like this one band that happened to be there on a certain time. It was just all luck and timing.
Yeah.
But it was like, think about all the stuff that had to happen for us to meet that one band.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself out online, like, I don't know, look at all these amazing people that came through and watched us tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
I don't know. I just think it's like, depending on what your goals are, I just don't think, I don't think touring is the way to do it.
What did you think of the tour we did though? Like one.
Oh, it was fun.
The one like out of New York tour we did.
Extremely fun experience.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Some of the funnest memories, I think. When in Burlington, when we slept on like a roof.
Dude,
we woke up and there was like
that memory is
a
nuts.
Marathon.
Yeah,
there was like people running by, and we were like, "What the hell's going on?"
Do you want me to tell that story?
Sure.
Okay. So it was the first night in Burlington, pretty sure.
Yeah, we had 2 shows there, right?
Yeah, we had 2 shows in Burlington back to back. We played the first night. I remember the second night more because that was like when Reptar played. Do you remember that band?
I just want to comment on what Shiri's saying.
Sure, yeah.
I saw that they said before, the similarly said, bedroom concert streams are the future. Nobody has gotten close to maxing that out yet. I agree 100%. I was just talking about this with Brian and Beck before. Like, I think once the technology catches up a little bit,
Yeah.
once it becomes even easier to do this kind of stuff, it's really easy now. But I think you are 100% absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I think once people can really figure out a way to make this work for them or
Yeah.
get this kind of thing going, I think, because I was thinking about like Jay's band. Jay's band went to, I think they drove about an hour, 15 minutes tonight to go play a show somewhere with a band they knew, which is cool. But
I did an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I guess my point is the same as like I was thinking about like Jay's band too. It's like a band that's like practicing more often, or even like us. Like we're you know, if you just streamed every time you practice too, you know, if you had like a Twitch channel or imagine like your practice space was outfitted with 4 cameras.
Yeah.
And every time you practice, you just went live.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You had it all mixed down. If you have like any kind of basement studio, it wouldn't be hard to have like a mixer
Yeah.
that you had plugged in all the time, which you probably already do because you're probably recording your band practices. Just get that fed into a streaming setup. Get a couple different camera angles. You could get a switcher that automatically switches the cameras every 2 seconds.
It's crazy how like, well, if you have like
Why? That's what I mean. Like, why are more people doing this though? It's like, to me, I mean, I think it's.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. To me, I think it's definitely.
Like,
I
you
agree.
have the right
100%.
gear. It's super easy and it can sound really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not even like. Honestly, just to keep it, if you're just keeping it really simple, you barely need anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your setup is all run into your interface, and
Yeah.
then you can just take outs from it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. The
That's
possibilities are really
basically
endless,
it.
man.
Yeah.
I think I agree. Imagine someone like Arca or some Tricks Point never coming up through live streams could be magical. Kind of feel private about my tracks and would feel like it would spoil if people saw the process or so. I think that's true. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just throwing that out there as like a possibility.
Yeah.
Right? Like, or even if, you know, I guess, you know, like Jay's band, I mean, obviously you drove up here and we're hanging out, but like Jay has such an amazing place and he has everything set up, and it's like rather than go drive, you know, almost an hour or 50, you know, but why not just stream from your studio, you know, play a show from your studio? I don't know. It's not the same like we've been talking about, Matt was talking about, but, you know, I think it could lead to you having more opportunities out in the real world to do stuff like this. If that's what you want to do, it's what your goals are.
Yeah.
Matt says DJs stream constantly. I don't know why bands aren't doing it as much. Yeah, I see on Twitch there's always like... See, I think Twitch is cool too, especially if you're younger. You have a desire to do it. There's people on there who seem to make a living just playing music every day, at least from what I can tell. There's DJs on there. There's people that play covers. There's people that play originals, it seems like. It's a different kind of thing, but again, there's so many possibilities out there. Like, you don't have to do this, like, I don't think the old way really works that well anymore. You know, because like, when I was coming up or like as a kid, like playing shows, it was like, play as many shows as you can, play every one that you can. You never know what's going to be the big break. It's like, that's just not how it works.
What does it even mean?
I
Big
don't know.
break.
I don't know. That's not like a thing.
I know. Well,
Everything
it's
is so good.
It's also like what we were talking about. Like everybody's big break. Like, what is like? That could mean something completely different from comparing from one person to another.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's so subjective.
Yeah.
But also this idea that like what you, like we were saying before, like it depends what you're trying to get out of it. But like if your enjoyment of it is literally playing in your bedroom,
Right.
that's all it ever needs to be.
Yeah.
But like if you wanted something more than that, you could just turn a camera on and stream to people and make videos online about it. I just think there's like, I feel like that was one of the biggest mistakes I made. I didn't say that in that one video, but it's just like not realizing that there was these other opportunities now, especially now.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of the creative people that I know are all going to online stuff and doing more stuff online.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's just so much more opportunity there, and you can do it on your own terms.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like I was saying, like I know I keep referencing my own videos, but There's like 750 views a day about, or even more at this point, like 1,000 now, even since that one video. Things are obviously like picking up a little bit, but you could never get that kind of exposure like for free like 20 years ago, or like when we were starting to do shit, you know. It was like wasn't even a thing, and now it's like any idea that you have, there's people out there you can find that want to work on it with you, or collaborate with you on things, or see what you're doing and then show you what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean the collaboration is insane also.
That's really like I think one of the most, like, that's kind of the thing I've realized about doing this. Like the most important thing is finding you guys out there. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
sure.
the collaboration. I realized, like the people. Like I've realized this. Really realized this. The people. The most important thing about it is the people that I've met.
Yeah.
Because I definitely was gonna give up.
Dude, even the show that like I played this past Monday, the guys who played first, I met them through Instagram.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, really amazing. Yeah, I mean, and that's like, I guess that's a scenario where, we kind of met through Instagram, but he happened to live like a neighborhood over from me. But I also started talking to this other guy, and he lives in Chicago, and we were talking about like getting together, not to do not to do a collaboration. I have a couple people I'm talking to about that too, but that guy in particular, it's like to possibly play shows together, like if he ever was going to come through to New York, or I was going to ever come through to Chicago.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, just interaction in general is just really cool.
Yeah, and it's like somebody who's doing something really similar, I'm assuming, to what you're doing. Or somebody who appreciates what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then like I'm talking to a few people who were like even Matt's in here right now, talking about doing a collaboration. What is he saying?
Oh,
tons of dollars.
Jody, what up?
Oh, BMX Summer. That's who you talking about?
Yeah.
That's Jody?
Jody, yeah.
I never knew their name.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I'm like trying to look at. Sheer said it's great idea just streaming through the studio. I think some new band will push an augmented reality live stream. Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's the thing too,
crazy.
right? Like this is like 2-dimensional too, but think about like VR and the possibilities with that. I don't know so much about that stuff. AR.
VR
right.
and they're talking about AR, right?
This stuff is coming.
Yeah.
I don't know when it'll be here. I don't know if it'll be something I'm personally into or doing, but you know, you could just imagine a time where there's like a VR experience, and hey guys, maybe in 10 years it'll be everybody straps on their headsets and you'll be in my living room watching me. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
I'm just like imagining. I don't even know how it would work. Just imagine like somebody's living room is projected into your living room right now, and they're just sitting in a chair that's not really in here, but it's also projected in here. Right. And they're sitting in that chair and just watching.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what nobody can predict the future, right? But we know something like this is on the horizon.
Yeah. Oh, he's saying alternate reality, or she.
Oh, alternate reality. Oh, okay. Like Death Grips, but through shows. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, once this technology keeps going, becomes even more ubiquitous and easier to do, and I don't know, you know, I mean, like I said, nobody can predict the future, but if this stuff keeps going the way it's going, like, I think YouTube is gonna still be around, and things are gonna be switching to AR and VR, and you know, I feel like I love this kind of video production, but I mean, on the live stream. On the setting here, let's look. There's a thing called 360 video. I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody in the chat does.
You need a 360 camera for that.
That's the one where it has little things. But that's what I mean. Like, that's like getting closer, right? I mean, that's like not something that...
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly, but it's like, what, you can look around at everything or something?
It's weird. I have like a friend who has he does like rock climbing, and he has a 360 camera, and he always like posts with his...
So it's like you can kind of see what he's doing.
It's weird. Like you just see like it almost looks. It just looks really weird, honestly. It just looks like a. I mean, it looks really cool, but it's just like, where the hell? It looks like he's on like another planet almost. Just because it's like a, it's just like a round. It's like a globe almost. It looks like he's in.
Weird.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. I have to show you.
So like when you so I thought it was like we have a 360 camera and then somebody watching this could like spin it and look at everything in the room. That's not how it works.
It's not like a camera angle's coming in. It's camera angles going out from like one thing. Yeah.
But so like if this was the 360 camera,
yeah,
like how would you see which part of it?
The thing is, you would see all of it at the same time. That's why it's weird.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I didn't understand that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a different way of looking at it. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody got bounced.
What's up?
Somebody got bounced. I don't know what happened. The
I'm
bouncer.
Unsubscribing.
I don't know. I can't reach it.
Wait, what?
What did Jody say? What do you think is the best way to promote an internet band? Okay. Yeah, because I think that I definitely think people. Okay, so I mean, this is talking from my own experience, and maybe you have other ideas about this too. But I would say, as somebody who just like randomly made a bunch of videos about this very specific machine, because there weren't many online, and I wanted to see some things about them.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't intending with this channel as like to do anything that we're doing right now with it, like making a live stream show.
Right.
So like as somebody who doesn't even intending to do this, making videos, I would say definitely making videos is the first element. And then I guess what I'm trying to say is like this whole thing is just collateral damage, I guess you would say. This is just like a complete accidental offshoot of making these like tutorial videos. Like I didn't like.
Right.
I've never had so many people interested who's bought my music on Bandcamp. You know, like it's amazing to me that all these people that I don't even know have downloaded it and sent me messages about it. Like that's insane, and it wasn't even something
awesome.
I was trying to do.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. It's like the most success I've ever had as like a indie musician.
Yeah.
And
so that's
So that's what I'm saying is
you're
like
talking from experience right now.
Yeah, and I wasn't even trying to do that. So I think if an internet band or like somebody online trying to make videos is like make videos about your process, make videos about the gear that you're using, make videos about songwriting.
Right.
Because at least for me, like the whole reason all these people are interested, the whole reason I feel like a lot of people, I feel like anybody who's watching this probably at this point or who tuned into the show for Be Cool Cowboy is like you found out about it through these videos that I just made.
Yeah.
And I wasn't intending for you really to find out about it.
I mean, think about how many videos did you make that did, like, when you first started your channel, how many videos did you make that had nothing to do with Be Cool Cowboy?
I'd have to look back, but I would say like most of the like really early stuff, like I don't think I was like
it just wasn't even your intention.
I wasn't even like plugging. Like, I literally was just like, I know this stuff. I'm thinking about giving up on this stuff. Let me at least put this stuff in a place where even if one other person finds how to split a bass signal to mix a bass signal, like mission accomplished.
Right.
That means like, hey, it took me like 15 years, 10 years to figure this out. Maybe I can save some kid in Chile trying to figure out how to split his bass signal to get a better bass sound. Like to me, that was like, that's it. Like that's the value of doing it. So I don't know, man. I guess it would just be show people what you know how to do, and I think and it's also like I wasn't like the craziest part is that I wasn't intending for it. So I think if you actually went in with like a plan of intention of like, oh, I want to do these videos so that people can find my music, it's like I think if you just pivot that a little bit, you can figure out. It all goes. I think I spin this to Jason. It's all about like giving things to people, you know, and like you get what you want by giving. Like I don't think a lot of people realize that. I know I didn't realize that for a long time. Like because so many people just want to take everything. They want to take everything from you.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of those band stories we were just talking about. All those fucking people that I felt slighted by, they were all just takers. They just all wanted to take shit from me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a two-way thing.
Yeah.
And it's only by like giving. It's only by like giving away all this knowledge you have. Because that's the other thing, like the older generation of people. I like interned at the studio at one point, and the guy was just very tight-lipped about everything. And I just thought it was the strangest thing. It's like a generational thing. But because that guy too, like he has plenty of time. He could have this amazing channel. He's a great, talented guy. He's got a studio. Like,
Who's this?
I'm not gonna. I don't want to like mention any names. But like, my point is like, he knows a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. He could be turning that into a business. He could be turning that into like people coming to record at his place. But it's hush hush. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to reveal how the magician does his tricks, but in today's world, Google can tell you how any magician does any of their tricks. So you may as well be the magician that's out there telling people how to do the tricks.
Right.
Depending on what your goals are.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I would say like make videos about what you know how to do. If you know how to use, I don't know, a Moog, or an OB6 synthesizer, and you can show people how to make some cool patches. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
And by the way, my band Yellow Rainbow just put out a new album. If you want to check it out, I use the OB6 on it.
There we go.
So giving away stuff, your secrets, like showing people how to do what you know how to do. Documenting your process. It's all about documentation today and being present. And keeping the lights on, I think, is a really good.
Oh yeah, that's
because like think about electricians too, right? Like we made all this album, we took a year doing it, and then we just put it up. Maybe had like 2 posts about it on platforms, and then that was it. And we said, "Oh, this was a failure. Like nobody listened to this." All right, we didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. But like, imagine if during that time period, because this is what we're saying too. Like during that time period, we have no documentation aside from some pictures. There's no videos, and maybe it was the time period, but.
Then we have like an EP.
Because it's kind of what Sherry's saying too, right? Like, if there's like there's some kid right now who's some amazing musician, and it's like they're probably active in social media, and the world is going to get to see this person go from some kid with a 4-track to whoever they become, and it's like imagine if you could see that journey in real time and be a part of that and go along for it.
Yeah.
And support that person. That's what you want to do. Buy their music. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just different nowadays, and even in comparison to like literally 10 years ago. Yeah. Like, social media is even pretty different right now than it was 10 years ago. Yeah. So
2020, man, we're living in the future right now. Yeah. And to think that, like, at some point, I think somebody will look back at this and be like, "Oh, that was so quaint. Look at what they did in 2020."
Yeah, right.
This is fucking crazy what we're doing.
Wow, that's before AR or VR.
Yeah, this is insane. Oh,
it's like, why weren't they doing VR? They had VR back then. Man, but it wasn't really.
It was so 2-dimensional. I don't want to watch. Dad's watching 2D shit again. I don't want to watch that. But it's like. Yeah. But I guess my point is like I don't know. Yeah, I think you need to harness existing technologies today. Yeah. It's like embrace the future or be. What is that quote? It's like those who don't. I don't know. It's something along the lines of like. Isn't that it's like a Bob Dylan quote or something like. If you're not looking forward, I don't know. If you're looking back, you're not looking forward or something. I don't know. I'm like attributing some quote that's probably not even real.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. But
I guess what I'm saying is like. We live in this amazing time where I think you can really be anything you want to be and do anything that you want to do. And I'm obviously saying that with like the golden rule in mind. Like you don't want to be hurting other people or whatever. But I just mean like if you have like a dream or like a goal or something you want to do, like you can find people that want to do it too and show people what you know how to do. And you could be anything you want to be just by... showing the world who you are.
Yeah.
To me, I think that's pretty amazing. We had this. This is like this crazy opportunity right now, to like be able to do something like this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like if it was just me and you jamming in my apartment and nobody, like that would be fun because we're buds and we love playing music. But the fact that we can share it with people now around the fucking world.
It's so cool. It's honestly so cool.
I would say like the other thing too is just don't focus. I mean, I guess it's just never worked for me, like focusing locally as much. And I think that's really the amazing part about this stuff is the global reach of it.
Yeah.
Like what is that? There's another quote. It's like think locally, act global. Oh, think globally, act locally, or whatever. It's not really pertinent to this, but I guess it kind of is. Like you have access to the entire world through this crazy technology. Like,
Yeah. Maybe that's the key. Just like keep up with the technology and the.
Well, because I feel like we're even like not even on the bleeding edge of this stuff. I know I'm not.
No.
I'm probably a Luddite or whatever that word is. Like I just have some camera. I know how to do this stuff. Like I know there's like a lot of different technology now with this stuff. I don't know. I hope that answered the question. I feel like I went a little tangentially. I can see that.
First, you're last.
I don't know. I think we missed some stuff. Let's see what this was. Oh, okay.
What?
That's actually pretty crazy.
What the fuck?
Wow, really? Thanks, Sherry. You saved my ass when I got the 424. Awesome. And I think this was referring to maybe us or me. I can see that through your work and it stands out. Thanks. I don't know if that was to Jason or...
I don't know. Sounds like it could be.
If you ain't first, you're last. What? Wait, that wasn't Dylan. Mike's about to go cry in his car, I think. What? I guess. Yeah. Any other questions? How are you feeling, Brian? You want to go to bed soon? It's 10:10. Wow, we've been. This thing is the longest stream. Oh no, Jay.
Nah, not quite.
Jay in the diner stream was probably the longest one. We're at almost 3 hours here.
Yeah, we're like I think at 2:40. Or we started a little bit early though, right? We're probably almost at 3.
Yeah, it says over there 2:52. Will said, Mike, when are you gonna make another motivational life vid? That shit always got me hyped. Awesome. Well, which ones? Like like the rant ones or like the recent ones? I'm not sure like which. I definitely want to do more of that stuff. It's funny because I've almost felt like more passionate about. I've been doing a lot of writing lately, and I want to do more stuff like that. So if you can give me some kind of direction on it, I'll definitely make something more like that. Man, Will's been here since this is crazy. Since the start, and dropped these crazy super chats. Thanks, Will. I'll definitely get something going.
Damn.
Operate a 4-track reel-to-reel soon. Yeah, if I can get my hands on one. David sent me one at one point. We just couldn't get it to work. It's just I need to get one. Mike got so sentimental tonight. Don't cry in your car, buddy. It's gonna be okay. Thanks, Matt. I won't. Why would I cry in my car though? I could just cry in my apartment. I don't know if I get that. Especially the ones where okay, walk around. Yeah, that's so funny, Will. I've been doing a lot of walking lately and a lot of thinking and writing and so like it's almost like I'm thinking about doing that and now you're asking me when am I gonna do that again? It's like kind of this weird if you're receptive to the universe, right? It's like because if you hadn't said that I probably wouldn't have I mean I wouldn't be as like now it's like really in the front of my mind. I'll definitely do something with that. Thanks, man. Do like beach slang. I don't know. That's a band, right? 3 a.m. here. Oh my god.
Will's in the UK.
Yeah, Will's in the UK.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming through, Will. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody who came through and watched the show tonight. This was really a big experiment, man.
Yeah.
Because Brian had just reached out and said, "Hey, man," because this was before you had the shows in New York.
Yeah, I remember saying I was telling you I wanted to set up some shows at venues, and I was having a little bit of trouble at first, and then we were just talking about like, well, if you don't get anything set up, you should just come on the show.
Yeah.
Or come on the channel.
I said, I know a venue that's always open that
Right.
you could play at.
Yeah, and then you were just like, and they were just talking about like, oh, why don't we just do it on the Friday the album comes out? And then it was like tentative at first, and then I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I got a couple other shows anyway.
Then
Yeah.
like all of a sudden you had a bunch of shows
Yeah,
booked.
yeah. Yeah, I actually got a lot of venues. I like reached out to like,
What do you think was the deal? Like they
bunch.
just because it sounds like a lot of them got back to you finally.
well, Luna, my wife, helped me kind of like rewrite. Oh yeah. So I used your almost like your blanket
It didn't work.
how to. Well, no, it kind of it did. Okay, so I used like your video about how to like email a venue.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind that was like kind of a joke. That one.
Well, no, it seemed serious,
It was intended to be serious,
but it was totally a joke.
but it was like in a joking manner.
Yeah. Now she just helped me like tweak it a little bit, and I think one of the big things was maybe that in my original emails I wasn't like sending any music, and then I eventually
Yeah, because that wasn't in
Yeah.
the template and the video.
Well, I don't
I
know.
thought it was implied. My bad.
Yeah, well, I think for me, I was just like, oh, I think if they're interested, they'll get back to me saying like, well, can you show us any music? And then that's when I would show stuff.
Right.
I don't know why. I should have just I should have known better that's not gonna happen. You should show it on the first email. So anyway, she helped me tweak it a little bit. Thanks, Luna, if you're watching right now. I know she was earlier.
Yeah.
It definitely helped, and she convinced me to email like close to like 20 venues. And I'd say about a third of them got back to me and were like interested in booking me, and then I had to start like declining and saying like let's set something up maybe in the spring, just because I only really wanted to do like this and like 2 shows within the month, and then I didn't really want to think past that at this point. I just wanted to see how these went first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you also mentioned that you're going to start doing not so much shows constantly, but try to book a block of shows.
Yeah.
Every like, because I think we're thinking about doing this like every season. We said. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I might do the same thing.
we're thinking like every 3 months we're gonna
Yeah.
rock the live stream, just so you guys know if you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. Dude,
I'm excited to go back
that.
and check it out and listen to the tapes too. And
yeah,
listen to
man. That's awesome that you recorded all that on tape.
I just can't believe I forgot to record Pure Honey.
Yeah.
And that was like my favorite take of it. I think I was saying. I think I said it to you. Did I say that? I don't know.
Well, at least, you know what? At least you have it on the live stream.
Yeah. So like that camera was going. We have it on the stream. So I guess that's the 2 places.
At least there's still some form of.
Yeah. At least it's I could like make it work somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like.
Make it work. Yeah. I could. I'll get it going. Will said he. Oh yeah, Luna. Yeah, get booked.
Yeah, get. Yes.
Will said.
So she's still in there.
Hey Luna.
Hey, Luna.
Will joined a band recently. Got a gig in a few months in Shoreditch. Awesome. Yeah, take a video of it. I'd love to see it. Stream it. Send us some tracks, man.
Cool.
Definitely
yeah,
keep us
awesome.
posted on that. It's great to see you, man. I feel like we haven't streamed in a while, and then we haven't seen you in a while, so this is amazing.
What's
And it's 3 a.m. And
Yeah. So does Will like have a YouTube channel too, or is he just like more of a?
I think he has some. I don't know. I don't remember now. I thought Will had a couple videos up. I don't think of his stuff though. He'll have to let us know if he's still there. The camera's getting closer and closer.
Is
Yeah, I felt like it was kind of far away before, so. Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
The monster is coming. He's eating Brian's computer. Let's see if I can get him.
Yeah. I think it's all right at this point.
Yeah, I just felt like it's tough to know the computer or the camera distance. It seems this is the more intimate part of the evening, so figured we'll get it closer. I don't know. Any other thoughts, Brian? I was asking you about your shows.
Mm.
Oh yeah, why we decided to do the stream was just because. So I was saying thanks. That's what I was saying. Thanks for coming out. This was like a big experiment.
Yeah.
Because I'd always wanted to try doing a show on here, and Jason, like I was saying, and Gil have been doing these live streams.
Oh shit!
That were really inspiring.
Mimi's on my OB6 right now.
I'll get him.
It's hilarious.
Come here. Don't mess with the OB6. Get him on the stream. The last time he was on the stream, he was like a little baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now he's like pretty big. I don't think he wants to be here though.
He knows he's on the stream right now.
He's like, I don't like
He's
video.
camera shy.
Yeah, he just wants to get away. All right, buddy. He's gonna go right up to it.
Oh shit.
He should appear soon. But anyway, this is all tweaked out.
Because she's stepping on it, huh?
Yeah.
All right, maybe we should call it a wrap.
There he is. All right, yeah, we should get cracking. Oh no, he's licking the cheesy poofs. You little bugger. Look at this.
Nom, 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 nom,
He loves it.
nom. Whoa,
Oh man, he's got one. Come on.
Wow.
Oh my god, get him.
He really wants that cheesy.
He's like, this thing's so good.
Oh man, you like broke half. There you go.
Oh my god, dude. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm gonna throw these out.
My water. Wow. He's like sniffing out the crumbs right now.
Dude, this is like, I don't even know. It feels like a different world in here today. Put down the cheesy poofs.
Yeah, put down the cheesy poofs.
A task.
Your hands in the air.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Jody said, excited about more music, live streams. You both sound great. Thanks, Jody.
Yeah, thanks, Jody.
I didn't realize you were here. Thank you so much. I got the tarot deck over there. I'm still reading up on it. So thanks for sending that. Jody sent a tarot deck.
Yo,
Oh, he's like right in there?
Maybe just looked literally face right into the camera.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he'll pop up over here.
Yeah,
Get
that's
cracking.
gonna look hilarious in like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah, guys, this has turned into like a. I thought we would only play for like an hour and then maybe talk for like a half hour, but.
Yeah, you were like, should we even like talk?
Oh yeah, there he was like in the attack of the Nimi.
Oh shit! All right. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh my god, that's fucking funny.
Oh, Will asked, "Did you enjoy the mini log?"
Brian,
Think
you
about
enjoy the
anyone.
mini log? Oh yeah. Yeah, I like it. It's a little has a little bit of like a harshness to it. Sometimes it's hard to get like exactly the sound I want, but it's pretty awesome. It's a nice little keyboard for sure. I think it's awesome for the price too. The only thing, like, because Mike has one, you have one also,
I do, yeah.
and the only thing, the main thing you don't like about it is that they're mini keys. So
Yeah.
the keys are actually skinnier.
I really don't like that element of it.
Yeah, the keys.
I almost don't even. I got it a while ago too. I used it in the
Yeah.
first fall song challenge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I just never. That's
Never
why. So
used
Brian brought me a Axiom 61
Yeah, it's an M Audio Axiom.
M
61.
Audio.
Just like a
and
regular MIDI keyboard.
I'm pumped because I want to use that with the mini logs.
I don't really know what they added to it, or if
I saw
did know it.
something that was like, it said something along the lines of. So there's like a prologue.
Oh yeah, the Prologue is like the upgrade of the mini log. It's
Yeah,
like
so I think the Mini Log XD has
like before I got
like
the
Prolog engine in it or something.
Is that what it is?
I think the Mini Log is better though.
No doubt. Because I knew I wanted like something bigger and more powerful.
Yeah.
And I liked the Mini Log a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh, I guess for the live stream, or did we say something?
I don't know. Oh shit! Is it like what's going on with the audio or the video right now?
Oh, we might be. It's like 3 hours in. It's like you guys got to get off of here. I don't know why it would be off where it looks fine. It's very weird. See, this is something we could have never done when we used to stream, Jay and I, with the phones. Like, the phone just never... It could never... The computer right now is a champ. That's why, like, we didn't really have to worry about it dropping or anything. Now it's dropping a little bit.
Just look at Gil's comment. Maybe with a maxi log, you get a bigger keys.
Oh man, I think that's got to be like one of the last comments of the night. That's amazing. Gil, thanks for staying up too.
Yeah, the new Korg Wave State. I was watching a video on that. Literally, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. Who put that video out? I forgot it. Oh, might have been Bo.
Bo definitely put one up. I saw him put one up.
Yeah, I was watching that a little bit. It sounded really awesome, but I really haven't.
It did sound really cool.
Yeah.
The wave table. Yeah. I don't really know what that is. Wave table synthesis.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All my synths are subtractive synthesis, and
it sounds
the
really
wave
cool.
Table is something else. I don't really know that much
You know
about
what's?
them.
I really like the Mini Log, but like I don't really. I think I don't know, man. I don't know enough about synthesis to really give a good assessment of it, but
yeah,
there's something about the Mini Log I really enjoy, and there's something about it I don't like, and I can't really pinpoint. I like the. I don't know, because weren't you telling me the Mini Log's not true analog synthesis?
No, it is. It is.
Not that I'm being like an analog snob, but I really do like the first patch. It's like.
Right. The first patch is solid, and
it's so good. I love it.
I just realized I wrote over it.
Oh no,
that's
no,
okay.
You
can always do a factory reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know enough about synthesis to like make my own sounds, but I just feel like when I really like is the Moog Minotaur.
Yeah.
That's the other one I have, and I like it because it's like, I don't know, it just has that like Moog growl or like low end to it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's so enveloping, the sound.
Yeah.
And I understand like how to tweak it. I think the part of the thing with the Mini Log for me that's challenging is just all the parameters and all the different things you can do.
Yeah. I could definitely show you some stuff if you want.
Yeah. I would say we could do a little...
I'm definitely no synth expert either, but...
Maybe we could do like a Mini Log video tomorrow.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
We'll just have them both next to each other and be like, okay, Brian's going to teach me some shit.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
we can do that.
So keep an eye out for the Mini Log vid, everybody. Well, what do you think, man? Should we bounce? I'm ready to, I think, hit the pillow.
Yeah.
Well,
sounds good.
I don't think anybody. I think we success, man.
Dude, thanks for having.
Thanks for having. I was gonna say thanks for coming up. Thanks for being on the first ever show. Yeah. You know, Jay and I have played once or twice.
I totally remember.
Sean kind of played a little bit, I think, but it wasn't like this where we like did the sound.
Right.
At Jay's, it was like,
that's like
we were kind of limited with how we did the sound because I didn't have this setup. That's
the difference, actually. We should have said that earlier. That's like the main difference in what this is. Like we're going through the interface differently.
Yeah.
Like my whole setup is going through my interface into your interface, basically. It's going to the live stream. And for you also, you got the mic, which is in the room. The guitar was that giving away anything?
No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
your
you use my
guitar is
Sans
going
amp.
through like the whole process of how it's being streamed was
Yeah.
different. That was the main thing.
It was very
and it should sound way better because of that.
yeah, because we're running. I mean, we could show it off a little bit, I guess. So right here we got. I'm running this Behringer. Oh, there's the Action that Brian brought, by the way. I'm gonna rock that with my mini log. But so we're running. My inputs are the first two. Well, right now we have the mic plugged in that we're talking into, but
Right.
1 and 2 I use for the 424 because I was using that to mix my set or mix my stuff, and that's 1 and 2 out of that. I just bounced it out, and then Brian's stuff. He's using his. You can kind of see it right there.
Yeah, it's my Focusrite Scarlett 18i20.
Yeah, so like you can see how many cables are going here, but so Brian mixes his whole set into that, and then his outs are going into 3 and 4 over here.
Right.
So that's right. That's what the big difference was. Like,
Now we're saying it to 9 people when we answered the question. Like,
yeah, that's okay.
yeah, no, it's all right.
All right, later, Jody. Yeah, we're gonna bounce
Yeah.
too. We're getting. Thanks everybody for staying and hanging out. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. This is a
3
freaking
hours
blast.
in, it's crazy. Thanks for sticking around, Brian.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me on the stream, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Thanks for all the super chats, guys. We're gonna get Brian back to
Yeah.
NYC in one piece.
Yeah, thanks so much,
And,
guys.
Yeah, it was sick, man. This was like I would say a successful experiment.
Totally.
And I'm glad you got to play a show.
Yeah, dude.
For your
This
album.
is freaking awesome.
I know. I think this is gonna be a really cool
Yeah.
one to look back on.
Seriously.
We told a lot of vulnerable stories,
Yeah,
but
it was bound to happen.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a fucking blast, man. It was fun listening to your set too, like as you were doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to get up and change the camera, but it was really cool. Like, I don't know. There's something, like we keep saying it's not the same as a live show, but there was
Yeah.
something about it that was different in an amazing
Yeah.
capacity.
Cool.
I don't know what it would
Thanks.
be, but it's just like, I don't know. It was really cool.
Thanks, man.
I
Appreciate
can't wait
that.
to do more of these in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man.
Jason said, congrats, Brian. Good night, Sherry.
Thanks, Jason.
Good night, Gil. Thanks for sticking with us. Good night, Will. Thanks for sticking with us. Good luck with the new project, Will. Matt, as always, a pleasure. Matt, Mr. Perfect Attendance, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're not going to cry in the car. Don't worry. Glad Mike cheered up. Thanks, buddy. All right. Well, guys, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching. If you're catching the replay, awesome. Don't forget to check out Brian's new album, yellowrainbow.bandcamp.com.
Yes.
Coniferous.
Yes.
And
Thanks, guys.
yeah, awesome. I'm really bad at goodbyes. Goodbye.